Okay, welcome back to the channel, people. We're in my man cave. We're going to be doing phase 3 of the PG Gundam build. Now this bit, to be honest, is the bit I'm getting more excited for. The initial phase was brilliant. It did take 6 to 7 hours. I don't see this taking as long, to be fair, but I'm looking forward to trying to get all those metal bits of frame on and hopefully just increasing that detail of that skeleton that little bit more. So let's see how we get on with that. I'm going to take you through the steps of getting that done and putting that on, and then I'll give you my thoughts about it at the end. Okay, so going to start the phase 3 for the legs and the waist part of the model. I've got the runners all separated out, so S3, T4, T3, some of the bits from W, and got the etching stickers. So let's see how this goes together. Okay, so leg, metal frame, all added. Goes on really nice, to be fair. All clips in place, lovely. We've got different shades of grey, some plastic metallic, but then actually some coated metallic parts, and some of the gimmicks and bits that are starting to look like the open hatch systems, if I can get it to work. So, right there. We've got what is going to effectively be one of the leg hatches there. So yeah, going really well so far, no massive issues. I'm just going to crack on, get the torso parts done now. Okay, so come along a bit of a tricky bit here. So when it comes to the torso, there's 2 sections of metal finish that have got to go in, and getting them in past this little bit here and into there has proved quite difficult. It's probably worth taking that extra bit of time with it, to be fair. I've disconnected this from the body because it was just easier to handle it with the leg weight and stuff like that. It was just a massive pain to try and do it, but it does go in. I pushed the bottom part of this in first and then got this into place, but you've kind of got to put pressure this way onto this section in order to clip the 2 bits that are in here into there. So just be careful of that. If you are doing it and you find it's a bit of a pig, yeah, I found it was a bit of a pig too. So it's the only tricky bit so far. Carry on. Okay, that is phase 3 finished. I have separated the model into 2 bits. I'm going to get that back together again and I will talk you through some of my thoughts. But that is the lower. And this, sorry, that is the upper, and this is the lower section. That took about 2 hours to do, so pretty quick. Okay, so phase 3 now complete. Yeah, it took around 1 to 2 hours for that one. It wasn't horrendous, to be fair. This is definitely a level of detail which just brings the kit to life that little bit more. A mixture of both normal sort of metal coloured plastic and actually sort of metal coated plastic really kind of gives that effect of depth that I was seeing when I was building the RG. It's nice to have all these different sort of aspects of the metal framework basically adding to what is the skeleton underneath, or the armour. You can definitely see some of the gimmicks now starting to come through, and I've got an idea of how those are kind of working really. These are certainly going to form the foundation of the detail required for some of the armour hatches and stuff to look and operate and work. We've now completed all of the specialist metal etched parts. They're now all on. They weren't too bad to do in the end. I think once you get the knack of actually peeling it back and picking off the metal piece that you want and making sure that you don't bend it or do anything to it, they actually do adhere on quite easy. They do go into place quite easy and the fitment's really good. So everything that I kind of expected from the kit, to be honest, was there. I did see that there was a bit of the green material left on some of the etched parts. That has come off in the majority, but I don't think it's even where, so I've got a little bit on the chest I've got to try and remove, but everywhere else it just doesn't seem to be an issue, to be fair. And I quite like those etched parts. As much as I don't like stickers, the actual etched parts offer another depth to the model, which is really, really cool. As a whole phase and stage, this is just really built on what we were doing with the first and second stage of the Gundam build, and this has given us a foundation to now put the armor on top of that. It's quite cool. In the majority, it went on really easy. The cleanup of those parts is really good. When you look at how the metal frame parts go on and actually cover up some of the other parts we were talking about with small nub marks, it does a really good job of doing that. It does offer some undergating where effectively it goes over the top and makes the model look even better, to be fair. I'm really impressed. It's been enjoyable to do this part of it. It's added a nice bit of detail in a short enough period of time that it doesn't become tedious at all. It was really good. The way that Bandai do the undergating, so that when they pour the parts, you've got tabs that are basically on the bottom part of the of a model piece, which allows you to trim that off in such a way that you won't see it again. It just is really clever. I keep remarking on it in each stage really, but it's just really well engineered. Quite happy with how that's going. Happy to move on to the next stage, which is going to be the armor side of it. So we're going to start to get those armor pieces on. I am excited for that because it really is going to start looking like an RX-78 at that point in time. Size wise, this is really good. As a bit of a comparison for size, that is a 144 real grade, and that is your PG Gundam. So it's roughly, I would say, the 144 is about a third of the size. So it's a really beefy, big boy Gundam. Everything about it, to be honest, feels really sort of robust. I think the weak point, like I said last time, is in the waist, but even that seems to become a little bit more robust with that inclusion of those parts at the front, which I found difficult to put on. That is literally the only thing I did find difficult. Everything else went together really easy, but you've got to really kind of manipulate that waist in order to get it into the correct place, to be fair. So excited for what comes next. If you have enjoyed watching this video, please click the like button. If you're building this same model, or you've got any opinions on it, you want to ask any questions at all, put a comment in the comment box. I will get back to you. I do like engaging with you guys and just trying to find out some of the best tips and techniques and stuff for doing this. You might actually know something that I don't know about it. At the end of the day, I'm not an expert at Gundam model building. I'm just trying to show you my journey and enjoying that process of learning and enjoying the process of building these epic models, to be fair. I didn't realise they were quite going to be this good. From real grade to the new PG Unleashed, these are miles away from the models that I built, say, 20 years ago. They really have progressed, and they should have progressed as well. This is all part of it. Bandai are doing a good job of these models at this point in time. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I am doing more within this series of the PG Unleashed. I'm also building more Gundam models. I'm into Lego. I'm into alternative Lego and alternative models. So I have actually got some bits that might come along that effectively are bootleg Gundams, which might be of interest here. Click subscribe. Really thankful for the people who have clicked subscribe so far. Thank you very much. For people engaging with me in the comments and clicking the likes, I really appreciate it. I hope everybody is okay. I hope you are getting some modelling done. Don't procrastinate. Get the big jobs done. That's what I'm trying to promote, even though I've suffered with that in the past myself. So yeah, just try and enjoy your hobby, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care.